Hello there, Hendrick Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. This is Coach Stephanie with part 2 of your mystery shop. I submitted a request via your website on October the 14th at 12:38 p.m. I received a phone call that we missed at 2:04 p.m. And Evelyn, I want you to be sure that you use the scripted technique when you're leaving a voicemail message. You especially want to be sure you mention where you're calling from. You didn't actually tell the customer anything except your first name and ask the customer to call you back. So we want to be sure we use the scripted technique. Then when the customer calls you back, be sure that you use the script to schedule an appointment to get them to your dealership. If you can't get an appointment, go for a tentative time, and as a last resort, schedule a phone follow-up to call them back so you can lock down a day. We never want to depend on them to call us back. Then once you hang up the phone with the customer, I want you to be sure you send them a personalized email so that you can continue building rapport and get them information that they may not have written down during your phone conversation. So you want to be sure the email has an attention-grabbing subject line that's clear who it's from and what it's about. So it should say something like, your 2015, Chrysler is available at Hendrick Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. Something along those lines. Then you want to be sure to thank the customer for their time on the phone. You want to confirm next steps and remind them of whatever you agreed to in your phone conversation. You want to be sure to give them a value statement about your dealership so that you make your dealership stand apart from the competition. And you want to be sure the email is free of spelling and grammatical errors and has a complete signature file with a link to your email and a link to your website. Now, the email that you sent me, you sent after you had attempted calling and didn't get me on the phone, but I got to tell you, it didn't make a whole lot of sense. The template that you used was an email. I used to work for Hendrick, and I recognized this email template, and it looks like the email that you would send someone after you had been trying to get them on the phone for, several weeks or, a week or more and couldn't get them on the phone, because it says, "Hi, Misty, it's been a while since we received your inquiry for a Cherokee. I had just inquired on that vehicle earlier that day." If customers get this type of an email response and they had just inquired on the vehicle a few hours before, they probably would find that a little off-putting. So be careful and make sure you're using the correct template when you're emailing the customer. You want to be sure if you're sending them an email before speaking to them, you want to be sure that the email has an attention-grabbing subject line that's clear who it's from so the customer will open the email. This just says, "Quick question." A lot of customers would probably think that was spam and never even open it and see your email. So it needs to be clear who it's from and what it's about. You want to be sure that you also attempt to validate the customer's decision of vehicle with positive words or industry information about the vehicle. Make them feel good about the vehicle they chose. Be sure the email is free of spelling and grammatical errors, which this one is, and you want to be sure that if it's on a particular piece of inventory, that you address availability. You actually did not address availability on the vehicle. We want to be sure that we're giving information as well on the exact vehicle. You can, give some features on the vehicle, include a picture of the vehicle or a link back to that vehicle, but we want to be sure to give some type of information on that specific vehicle and address availability. There is a link back to your website in the signature file where I could look at multiple vehicles or multi-option price quotes. And like I said, it does have a complete signature file with a link to your website and a link to your email address. However, I want you to be sure you're giving a value statement about your dealership in your phone call and your email as well, so that you're making your dealership stand apart from the competition. Keep in mind, if they're shopping online, chances are they're looking at multiple dealers, and you want to make your dealership stand apart from the rest. It can be information about an award that your dealership has won, or possibly information about a promotion that your dealership is having. Also, you want to be sure that you set the expectation for the customer that you are going to give them a call. And if you sent them an email and after you had attempted calling and didn't get them on the phone, I would recommend that you mention that in the email. I attempted to reach out to you. If I don't hear back from you later today, I'll follow up with you tomorrow. Something along those lines. But set that expectation for the customer that they will be getting a phone call. Okay? So keep up the hard work and keep practicing. Your secret code for today is timing. Timing, timing, because it's all about timing, and I want you to be sure that you're calling and emailing the customer within less than 15 minutes. Have a great day.